Michael's currently the planning manager in my team, and he's somebody that I've led since 2016. And throughout that time, one thing that really stands out is Michael's passion for identifying and assessing market trends and what those impacts are to the insurance business.
One of the most talked about and hyped changes over the last decade has been that of the sharing economy, led by ride sharing.
With CTP reform coming in, how we thought about risk was fundamentally changing. So we had to actually, develop and adopt a position around where we wanted the taxi and the rideshare industry to move to. We needed to come up with innovative and customer-centric solutions around how to deliver an optimal outcome for not only the operators, but for our customers. And also, we needed to make sure that risk was taken into account appropriately, given it was a new type of risk that wasn't catered for in the current scheme.
Michael has taken a lead role in working through advising on how Suncorp should inform the point-to-point reforms, and he's done that off his own bat and worked with senior leadership across the personal injury business and motor and consumer book.
And while this change in mobility options has given millions of consumers greater flexibility in forms of transportation options, it initially led to a new risk type, something that was unaccounted for by data, which we know is bad news for insurers.
So Michael took a data-driven approach to inform his insights and ultimately put forward recommendations. It was hard, at the time around the maturity of the rideshare economy and how Michael had to take international insights as well as local insights to form those recommendations, which was really encouraging.
So Michael's thought leadership was invaluable in this context because we hadn't really considered the impacts of rideshare on CTP. And so what it highlighted was there is a risk pool that needed to be considered, not just from an operator perspective, but from a customer perspective. But ultimately, the thought leadership allowed us to think about how do we position our business as we moved into the reform.
Throughout the process, Michael had multiple meetings with senior leadership, which was it was an interesting process. So it was an iterative process that developed and built on over time. And what we came up with was some really solid recommendations.
Michael was able to apply his knowledge of the industry and draft and discuss, consult, as well as submit Suncorp's response to that discussion paper. And I can say that without Michael's involvement and his thought leadership, it is highly unlikely that Suncorp would have even lodged a response.
I think the important thing that happened here was that Michael looked over the horizon, saw that there was an issue which was coming down on the insurance industry, and then managed to engage with a range of stakeholders, get in front of them and say, this is something that's coming, this is something we really need to address and get a leadership position on.
Fortunately, leadership within the personal injury team and the insurance division of Suncorp as a whole, they were receptive and the ball began rolling. Very much to my surprise, things moved rather quickly once we displayed the benefits and built the appropriate business case of why we needed to respond to such a serious public policy position. We formed an internal position, and then with the help of the corporate affairs team in the media department, we were then able to establish and submit a creative response to what was the point-to-point review for New South Wales.
Insurance industry is very well established, which does mean that it can sometimes struggle to be innovative. So for someone to successfully push an innovation agenda requires a very broad range of skills, and I think this is what Michael has. He has a very strong business acumen, an awareness of the politics and the cultural elements, and then also the communication skills, which allows him to go out, engage with people, and then deliver a consensus position. And I think that's what he's successfully done in this point-to-point issue.
Following the piece of work that Michael undertook on the rideshare economy, from that we've really seen him develop further from his leadership capability and also reputation across the business.
The Peter Corrigan Scholarship is a great opportunity for Michael to further his knowledge of insurance and develop out his leadership capabilities, which I have no doubt will be a benefit to both Suncorp and the industry more widely.